Hello, this is not a bus stop. This is a viewer submission, a picture that a viewer sent in. I'm very excited to talk about this. Thank you for taking me up on this offer, dear viewer, and I will gladly discuss this picture. And I will just reiterate it. If too many of you send pictures in, I will have a hard time talking about all of them. So if you send a picture in, by golly, there's a good chance I'll talk about it. So I haven't really organized my thoughts on this picture yet. I looked at it when I opened the email and downloaded it and got it ready to talk about here. But this is the first time I've kind of organized my thoughts all into one place on it. I don't know any of the circumstances of why this picture was made. I don't know anything about the person that sent it in. All we have to go on is just the picture itself, which is a fun way of going about this. So we're going to break it down. Now, first off, I have mentioned it a few times in the bus stop series, but I kind of think through pictures foreground to background. I think that's one of the most systematic ways to discuss images. And so foreground elements would be a pillar here on the right side of the image, some kind of box or region of maybe an air handler or something on the left. We see some kind of stained glass or like tempered glass, the edge of a glass piece right there. We got like I don't know if you've ever looked into one of these glass, like the very edge of it. I used to do it all the time when I was a kid, but you'd look into that and sort of see like the infinity of like the repeating reflection of light on the inside of the glass, which is pretty cool. Largely beside the point, but that kind of frames up the bottom of it here. And then stepping into middle ground, we have some more metal shelving along the right side here. We have signs, and then the middle ground, several figures kind of looking like they're facing different ways. This person looks like they're facing off to the left. This cashier perhaps is facing into the right. Someone walking into the store, someone facing away, and then a parking lot in the far distance. So we can all read. So I assume you've read the signs, but if you're just listening, we have a lot of things here. It says entire store on sale, everything up to 30% you would think. Thing on sale. That's not, that is too occluded to read. It looks like entire store on sale, maybe, if I'm just guessing, but it almost looks like fire more, maybe. Our house is your house. We have some other signs that says everything must go. We have a sign that says live longer. We have a sign, again, everything or just thing. And then ELD, okay. Hard to tell. We have some other legible signs that is not readable. Looks like some kind of greeting card or bag. Very funny, live longer, something there, maybe with or something beneath that. And that is kind of the, looks like we have a very like choppy sign, maybe at a very, very shallow angle. This is everything maybe that looks like it might be text right there. But yeah, just a store with many things on sale is the situation here. I'm also interested in this bottled water. It looks like that looks like bottled water to me, which is kind of, I do appreciate in this image the fact that there is no visible brands. I don't see any even like a Hallmark sign on that display necessarily. So just the kind of there's no real sense of what store this sort of is exactly. The person that sent this image, I assume that that's not a mask of pure white that person in the store is wearing. And so I'm making the assumption that the person added white dots on the visible faces for privacy. Very conscientious. I appreciate that. It's funny, I don't know anything about the person that sent this picture in, so I don't know if they know the reference, but there is a conceptual artist, I guess famous in the 60s, 70s, even up until mid-2010s. And then he died in 2020, which I just found out before recording this. But John Baldessari is an artist that famously put colored dots, like little stickers, essentially over figures and different advertising images and photos and stuff. So neither here nor there, just kind of, that's one of the associations that I had with that particular dot, which is kind of fun. Yeah, everything is on sale. I do love also that there's I'm getting into somewhat subjective language here, but just sort of looking at how this picture is organized, I think we can just make a statement about how it's organized and you can infer what I was about to say. But this entire half of the image is sort of we've got this like, it looks like the camera is almost eye level with the bottom of that red region right there. And then basically you've got this interesting stepping motion where that sort of splits the frame in half, and then you have this thing on sale right here, entire store on sale, that sort of leads you in conceptually to the whole shebang, the whole scene that is below the camera. And so I will share that the person that emailed this to me said that they look at this picture over and over again and always find something new in it, which I would venture a guess to say that sensation of wanting to look at something over and over again is at least aided by the compositional soundness of this image. Like I said, there's basically all of these things around the frame. Like this pillar is almost parallel to the frame. Same with the edge of this sign or air handling unit or something. And so this composition does have a neatness to it, like sort of a tidiness that helps your eye to remain rooted in the frame. And so there's obviously plenty of things to look at down here below, and enough sort of interesting ping pong action between chaos and then moments where your eye can actually land on something and make sense of what's going on to sort of invite that sensation of looking and continuing to look. Thanks for sending in this picture. I enjoyed watching it, or looking at it. Excuse me. I particularly love Our House is Your House. Again, just from a subjective standpoint, there's not really much to say about that from a photo perspective. I just kind of personally love that in the midst of this insanity. And thing on sale, I that is also excellent. So I have to assume that with the repetition of everything, probably everything right there, entire store, probably, like, this was probably another banner that, like, the every fell off, and now it's just thing on sale. So that's hilarious to me. And I can see why this person probably wanted to take this photo. Just based on the file name that was sent to me, I think this is probably an iPhone photo or a mobile photo of some sort, just based on my experience with looking at names of files of things. So yeah, just a quick snap. I dig it. Sorry, that's my second subjective statement of the episode. So if you want me to tell you if you like it or not, I'm happy to do that. But I'm also happy to just make as many observations as possible. It's a whole lot of fun for me to do these with pictures I've never seen before, and the less context you give me, the better. Like I said, it's always best to present your work for critique without too much explanation or excuse or burdening someone else with the things that you try to do or hope to do. Just let the photo be what it is. So thanks for sending this in. I appreciate the submission. And again, if you want your picture to be talked about for some length of time, feel free to send me an email. My email is in my bio. Thank you. Have a good day.